Welcome back to Rebuilding to Scratch. Hi, my name is Daryl, and we're back here at the Rancho Tortuga Golf Performance and Rehabilitation Center, also known as my backyard. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm here documenting my recovery from injuries and multiple joint replacements and the process of rebuilding my golf swing so I can get back to playing scratch golf. I'm giving myself 9 months to recover what time and injury have taken away. Before I undergo left hip replacement surgery in a couple of days, I want to document where my swing is today. It's my baseline, the starting line before everything changes. Now, I play with the Cobra Rad Speed one length irons. I really like these clubs, even though they are older. While I'm not able to get the length out of them I'm used to, I can still hit them straight. My driver is the Cobra DS Adapt LS. Quite honestly, I don't have the swing speed to get the most out of this club. This is a highly customized driver, which I will get into more once my doctors clear me to be able to swing freely again, probably into March, early April. For years, pain and joint damage have changed how I move. I've lost rotation, flexibility, stability and balance, and distance. This captures what all that looks like before surgery, before rehab, and before the rebuild. Now here's the plan. I'm only going to be hitting a pitching wedge, a 7-iron, and a driver on camera today, just to keep this video from being too long. We're going to measure the carry distance, the swing speed, and some other metrics, but I will show you what the numbers are for the whole set. These numbers and these swings will be my reference point after surgery. We'll come back to this footage later to compare and measure my progress. Okay, so we're going to start out with the pitching wedge. I'm going to do 5 shots, and then we're going to move to the other clubs. Instead of you watching me hit golf balls, I wanted to show you what injuries and arthritis will do to your ability to move. You will notice that my setup is not too bad, maybe a little too much shaft lean, but that's also a compensation move. You can see as I start the backswing, I get too far into my right side and hardly any rotation in my hips. And as I start down, I'm not able to move to my left. I really am trying to hold my angles, but right about shaft parallel to the ground, it all starts to come undone. See, my mind knows that if I continue on this way, I'm going to hit behind the ball. So here comes the chicken wing, too much right side bend, and hardly any rotation through the ball. Yet, with all that, I'm still able to work out a pretty decent shot that just lacks distance because my immobility just not allowing me to compress the ball. After surgery and rehab, I'm going to get this all corrected. This swing is 2 days before my hip replacement, and so now I have something to compare when I start the rebuild process. Okay, so now it's the 7-iron. I think I should go ahead and mention to you about my launch monitor here. So I'm using my iPhone. I'm using an app called Golf Boy. I think it's pretty good. I've compared it to some other apps. I've compared it to like Foresight, and the numbers are actually pretty close. It doesn't give you all the metrics that some of these other high-end launch monitors will give you, but it's really functional. Anyway, let's hit some 7-iron. This swing is from about a week ago, which clearly shows my inability to get to my left side. When I stay on my right side too long, it makes compressing the ball much too difficult. Again, the brain understands what needs to happen, so all these compensations enter the swing motion just so I can make contact with the ball. I mentioned too much shaft lean, but you'll also notice that my ball is further back in my stance. Again, compensations made due to a weak left hip that cannot take any load stress, much less rotation and extension. All right, so now we're going to hit the driver Once again, this is a Cobra DS Adapt LS model. I'm not going to try to swing as hard as I need to because honestly, I just don't have it right now. I'll tear something up. Actually, my driver swing is a little easier on my body, but it still is not a good swing. Notice how the takeaway is much too shallow. It's relatively on plane, just not the ideal plane. But the weakness in my left hip is not allowing me to really hit the ball with any speed. I'm coming inside to out, which is good, and it looks like a center club face strike. In the follow through, I should be able to take a step towards the target, but as you can see, I'm still on my right side. After downloading the numbers from Golf Boy and transferring to this chart, I can see that I have a lot of work to do to gain back the distance. My driver, 3 wood and 5 wood gaps, they look all right. Hopefully I can improve that too. I'm not sure what happened with the 6 iron, that's a little out of whack, but the rest of the irons are fine, just too short. I'm getting good height through the set. The club head speeds really need some work. My goal with the driver is 107 miles an hour. That club head speed should be good enough to get the most out of the Cobra DS Adapt LS. So there's my baseline, such as it is. I actually thought my numbers might be a little better, but this is the honest reality of where I'm at right now. I actually haven't played around in golf since Thanksgiving. So from here, I'll take you through the entire process, the operation, the recovery, the therapy, and the journey back to playing scratch golf. Rebuilding, it's not going to be easy, but it is possible. In the next episodes, I will show you where I am physically and the rehab process. We're going to focus on my putting and showing you a really cool, effective green reading system. We're also going to work on our pitching and chipping fundamentals and how to get up and down around the green. This series is mainly about the intersection of rehabilitation, neuroscience, and sport. Now, if you've lost distance due to injuries or anyone interested in the process of getting better at golf, no matter your age, please subscribe and pound that like button and follow along. Drop me a comment on what you would like to explore. Let's see what the future brings.